We've been thinking the last couple of weeks in lectures about how science really works and scientific methodologies and philosophy, and we've got the last of the series this coming week. This week we're going to look at how science has changed the world, how it's changed our whole perspective about how we think humans relate to the world. For example, that big shift in thinking when we realised that the sun was the centre of the solar system, not the earth. That moment when we realised that humans were the result of evolution instead of being some kind of individual, unique thing.
Humans might not be a unique thing, but in fact, look at all these 6 discoveries that we've just made in the past week. IFLS on Facebook, if you don't like them already, has some fantastic snippets and updates of science research. And I think that as humans, our scientific research is pretty unique.
So mostly science just builds one thing on another, and most of us do that incremental science. But every now and then, not often, we get these major shifts in thinking, and that's what we're going to be talking about this week in the Scientific Methodologies and Philosophy lecture. In preparation for this week's lectures, it'd be good to have a look at the Hellman Great Feuds in Science, because that's what we're basing it on. Choose either the geology one or the evolution one. Just choose one of those stories in there and read that.
You might have noticed that the Faculty of Science Student Services has moved. They're over in the car park on the other side of Geosciences and Maths. So if you need to do anything at Student Services, go see Building 79P in the Demountables.
Week 3 of SCI2010 workshops, and you should be by now familiar with what a primary article, a secondary or review article is, and perhaps even a meta-analysis, and you will have found a popular media article to do your presentation on. Well, you know, sometimes when you're doing your research on a lit review topic, you'll come across primary articles that are heavy going and have got a lot of technical content. This week in workshops for understanding the technical stuff, it's really about finding your limits, about where you will or will not continue reading an article, and looking at the journey of the data, looking at how data is collected and how it's analysed, how the research has been done. Was it a survey? Was it an experiment? Was there a theoretical model produced or something like that, and becoming familiar with a lot of these concepts so that you're not too daunted by reading a lot of the primary literature, which you're going to have to do over the next 8 weeks or so. In preparation for your literature review, it would be really good to confirm your topic this week with your tutor, and for your presentation, please have your collaborators' agreement completed and make sure you've got everybody's contact details. You should have found your popular media article and perhaps traced it back to the primary article by now too. By next week, chances are you'll have developed an appreciation for science communicators and how they have to grasp a lot of technical content and translate that for the general public. If you haven't already, click on one of the blog posts on the first slide of workshop 3 slides and have a look at how science communicators translate complex scientific ideas into really interesting and actually exciting blog posts. There's some really nice ones there, so go have a look.